Hi friends, so in this video we will be looking at question 11 of IGNOU Term and Examination December 2020 question paper of EEC-11 Fundamentals of Economics, and this happens to be the last question of this question paper. So with this video we will be concluding this question paper. Here we have 5 subparts. Okay, out of this we will have to attempt any 3. The question is to give an explanation of the concepts which are given in the question. Okay. So now look at the question or solution. The first question is about liquidity trap. For this, first we are looking at the Keynesian theory of demand for money. According to this theory, speculative demand for money is inversely proportional to interest rate. That is, demand rises as interest rate falls. Therefore, at very low interest rate, all investors will go bearish, and also when they go bearish, they will demand liquid cash and they will not be ready to invest in perpetual bonds, which are, according to Keynes, the only substitutes for money. So this causes an excess of demand for liquid cash in banks, because normally people will demand liquid cash from banks. So banks are also forced to survive on interest they receive from lent funds. Okay. So banks also now they will demand liquid cash. Then what will happen? There will be excess liquidity in the economy. Such a situation is called liquidity trap. This term was coined by Keynes. For more details, you can refer to page number 14 of block 8 of IGNOU study material. Now, the second question is regarding crowding out effect. Generally, what happens? When government expenditure rises, it leads to increase in income with people, right? This leads to more demand for money for transactionary and precautionary purposes. We know from Keynesian theory, transactionary demand and precautionary demand are directly proportional to income level. So this will cause an increase in transactionary and precautionary demand. This leads to a fall in amount of money available for speculative purposes. Okay, when money for speculative purposes falls, interest rate will fall. Okay, interest rate will fall. So what will happen? Investors will not be ready to invest because interest rate has fallen. Reduction in investment will lead to a fall in national income. We know the phenomenon of investment multiplier. This counters the effect of increase in government expenditure. Because of increase in government expenditure, income has already risen. But because of reduction in private investment, income is again falling. Therefore, the net effect will be very less. This phenomena of counteracting the effect of increase in government expenditure is called crowding out effect. For more, you can refer to page number 55 and 56 of block 7 of IGNOU study material. Now, the third question is regarding quasi rent. First of all, we are looking at Ricardian theory of rent. According to Ricardian theory, rent is the surplus from output available after paying all other factors of production, and it accrues to the owners of land. Generally, there are two forms of cultivation, extensive and intensive. Under extensive cultivation, the farmer uses the best land first. Under intensive cultivation, the farmer or agriculturist engages more and more workers as long as the marginal revenue product is greater than the wage rate. According to Marshallian theory, this theory extends the Ricardian theory to other factors. This states that if the factor supply is limited and cannot be increased by human effort, then such income derived from such factors can be regarded as rent. Such short period rent are called quasi rent. Ricardian rent is and long-term phenomena, because the supply of other factors can be altered over long period. However, the supply of land cannot be altered over the long period. Okay, therefore, Marshallian's quasi rent is a short-term phenomenon. For more, you can refer to page number 26 to 28 of block 5 of IGNOU study material. Now, coming to the fourth question about income effect. Generally, price effect on demand for a good will consist of two parts: the substitution effect and income effect. In this, the income effect which occurs due to a change in real income of people. And what is real income? It is the money income of people divided by price of the good. Okay, so what will happen? With money income being constant, real income will rise as price falls, ceteris paribus, with all other factors remaining constant. So, when real income rises, there will be higher demand for goods and services. Okay, this is why demand rises as price falls, according to the income effect. But income effect will always be positive for normal goods and it will always be negative for inferior goods. Okay, this is one point to be noted. For more, you can refer to page number 51 to 53 of block 2 of IGNOU study material. Now coming to the fifth part, price discrimination. Okay, monopoly, first of all, is a market structure where there is only one supplier of a good that has no close substitutes. Okay, price discrimination is a phenomenon that happens when the same seller charges different prices to different consumers for the same good. The good and the seller are same, but for different consumers, the price will be different. What is the aim of this? It is to maximize profit. Now, there are many degrees of price discrimination. Under the first degree, or perfect price discrimination, the seller will absorb the entire consumer surplus. Okay, consumer surplus is the difference between what a consumer is willing to pay and what he actually pays. Therefore, under this degree, the seller will charge such a high price. Then, under second degree price discrimination, the seller will charge or supply one block of a good at a particular price and an additional block at a different price. Okay, this generally happens in public utilities like electricity and such things. Then in the third degree of price discrimination, the consumers are divided into different groups and for each group a different price will be charged. What are the conditions required for price discrimination to be feasible? First of all, the fundamental condition is that there should not be any possibility of resale of the product from one consumer to another. Then the second condition is difference in elasticity of demand between various consumer groups. For one consumer group, if elasticity is lower, then higher price can be charged and vice versa. If elasticity is high, then a lower or moderate price can be charged. For more, you can refer to page number 29 and 30 of block 4 of IGNOU study material. So friends, this brings us to the end of IGNOU term and question paper December 2020 of Fundamentals of Economics. I hope you have gathered a few points. So wish you all the very best for your upcoming exams. Do all your exams well and more importantly, take good care of yourself. Thank you.